Welcome to Mergers and Acquisitions training powered by Tonex.com. The course is intended for any official who is associated with conceiving and/or executing and obtaining, from CEO, CFO, COO, CTO and VPs of business improvement to official executives of fund and senior business experts to treasurers, controllers, corporate arranging chiefs, money-related organizers and investigators, chiefs of new business advancement, chiefs of mergers and acquisitions and bookkeepers. Price, $4,999. Course number, 9044. Length, 4 days. Mergers and Acquisitions Training M&A courses reply to the present most imperative focused instruments utilized by partnerships in a quickly changing worldwide business landscape. Learn merger and acquisition with recreation process from end to end. Learn about integrating organizations from a holistic view including valuation, negotiation strategies, finance, accounting, and tax planning, organizational alignment and business processes, enterprise architecture, cultural integration, integration planning, human and intellectual capital retention, operations management. Tonex's Mergers and Acquisitions training is designed to help executives, technology, business and operations professionals get ready for the challenge of an M&A work. With pragmatic learning thoughts, contextual investigations, reenactments and workshops, merger and acquisition training shows business, innovation, exchange, deals, advertising, activities administration and HR proficient systems, demonstrated procedures and significant devices to complete a fruitful mergers and acquisitions. This program offers an outline of the key mergers and acquisition ideas, apparatuses, and strategies that are required to prevail in the present testing mergers and acquisition. The program highlights centered learning encounters and contextual investigations. In the collective, venture-based setting, chiefs and administrators perceive how best practices and initiative can be utilized to make the effectiveness required in the present mergers and acquisition. Tonex's Mergers and Acquisitions training revolves around the following core modules: Finance and Accounting Basics, Managerial Economics Basics, Overview of Mergers and Acquisitions, M&A, Mergers and Acquisition Process, Strategic Approaches to Mergers and Acquisition, Mergers and Acquisition Strategic Management, Risk Considerations for Mergers and Acquisitions, Post-Merger Integration, Planning, Organizing, and Executing, Mergers and Acquisition Capstone Project and Simulation. Objectives: discuss the motivating factors for mergers and acquisition. List the requirements and performance targets for mergers and acquisition. Explain the process of mergers and acquisition planning and execution. Identify the main players in mergers and acquisition transactions. List the steps for planning an acquisition. Discuss the basics of financing an acquisition. Discuss the relationship between risk and return. Describe common risk considerations. Identify steps to be taken by a due diligence team. Describe elements of accounting valuation. Define key principles of financial forecasting. Recognize crucial elements of economic valuation. Recognize debt and equity financing methods. Compare cash offers with share exchanges and discuss concerns for financing acquisitions. Identify key elements of mezzanine financing. Identify the two main areas of integration. Describe techniques for effective change management and HR. Finance and Accounting Basics. Finance and Accounting Basics. A refresher on accounting. Basic accounting. Balance sheets, income and cash flow statements, and finance. Strategic management. Operations management. Managerial economics. Innovation and technology management. The annual report. Balance sheet. Income statement. Cash flow statement. Receivables. Inventory. Techniques for analyzing financial statements. Managerial economics basics. Fundamental principles of microeconomics. Demand basics for managerial decisions. Supply basics for managerial decisions. Markets, prices, quantities, and market equilibrium. Optimization for managerial decisions. Market structures. Optimal firm decisions. Production function. Costs of production. Incentive contracts. Pricing with market power. Consumer surplus extraction. Price discrimination. Bundling. Overview of mergers and acquisitions. Business expansion decisions, build it or buy it. Key advantages of acquisitions. Acquisition of public versus private companies. The players in the world of acquisitions. The acquisition process. Basics of financing the deal. Role of human capital in mergers and acquisition. Role of innovation in mergers and acquisition. Financial, operational, customer and other implications of human capital. Achieving integration and synergy. Hazards of diversification. Coherent processes for integrating the strategic, managerial, economic, and financial decisions applied to mergers and acquisition. Goals and strategies to drive decisions about valuation, negotiation, integration, due diligence, and other aspects of the deal. Deal structure and mergers and acquisitions outcomes. Negotiation in a merger or acquisition deal. Mergers and acquisitions process. Tonex's mergers and acquisition process checklist. Steps in the mergers and acquisition process. Mergers and acquisition due diligence. Tonex's due diligence checklist and process. Sarbanes-Oxley Act, SOX, requirements. Valuation. Mergers and acquisition structure. Negotiation techniques. Negotiation skills, case study. Learn more about strategic approaches to mergers and acquisitions, strategic management, post-merger integration, planning, organizing, and executing, mergers and acquisitions workshop. Upon program completion, attendees will demonstrate an understanding of the mergers and acquisition topics covered through a capstone project and the real mergers and acquisition simulation based on Harvard Business School. Visit tonex.com for more information.